What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sip Off. Hoping you're having a great Thursday. We've got a jam-packed show for you, but first, let me get my co-host on. I got Jahan Phillips. What's up, Jahan?
No.
Final Four.
How are you?
We're gonna start it off with the Final Four. Well, congratulations.
I mean, you know how it was coming.
Yeah, for sure. If my team was there,
Everybody, I'm pretty sure the masses know how it was coming too. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure. Every UNC fan.
I'm pretty sure our loyal viewers know.
Show tonight. Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and bring.
I couldn't hear that last. What you say? I can hear you, but I didn't hear that last part.
Every UNC fan that's on Sideline Sports is going to be on the show tonight.
Hey, no better people on the planet. But how was your week?
All right. Well, my week was really good. Really good. Yours?
Busy.
Tell everybody what you're drinking.
So you drinking? Loco, Lemonocos, Maria.
A mess. All right, well, I'm going to bring in one of our other guests. We got Will Vogel in the house. We got a few guests in here that came in a little bit late, guys.
What's up,
We're
y'all?
late every week. We got Will Vogel. What's up, Will?
Man? What up, man? How you living?
Same as you, bro. Excited for our Tar Heels to hopefully get to that final.
Nah, not just get there, win it. Like
exactly.
Like, win it.
Look, I just want y'all to beat Duke. That's all I need y'all to do. Beat Duke, and you did a good job.
Nah, the job not done yet when we just beat Duke.
Job not done. Kobe beating Bryant.
Job not done, exactly.
Okay.
Is the job
all right,
done?
Guys, we also got Jay Nelson in the house.
My co-host.
What up?
My co-host from the Basket Bros.
What up? What's going on? I figure I'd, show my face for a little bit, couple minutes, drink a little shot with y'all, you know what I'm saying? What's good?
It's my Basket Bros co-host.
Basket Bros in the house. I know Jahan hyped tonight. I see that Steel Reserve you drinking back there.
It is a loco.
Yeah, man.
We got loco.
Hey,
Mr. 6 o'clock game time.
Same time. It damn near the same thing. Really, all the loco is a fruity Steel Reserve.
Jay,
when Steel Reserve has some fruity flavors.
They actually do. On the cool, I thought that's what you was drinking, Megan. The pineapple John.
No, we drinking the same thing.
Why don't y'all just change
Jay,
this to
when
the
you
loco
do
sip
this,
off?
I'm like, is he doing the Dame time?
No, Mr. 6 o'clock, man. Read the banner.
Oh. 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
All right, guys. We also got Tyler Ingram in here.
What's the Mr. 6 o'clock for though?
What up?
Because we always go on 6 Central Standard Time for the gauntlet. Hey, Tyler, look what I got. What this here?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
I think he stole some from you.
I definitely brought mine because I owe Jahan 3 shots. Jahan bet me.
I thought you owed me 3 shots.
Oh, who?
I thought you owed me 3 shots.
For what?
You owe us some more good and plenty.
No, I'm just joking, Tyler.
Okay. I was like, if I owe you 3 shots, tell me. I definitely will just take
like
6
the bottles
tonight,
here.
I guess. But
you owe Will some. You owe him a good and plenty. You lost the bet. You eat some good and plenty.
Got one more guest.
Oh no, I ain't doing that. No.
Hold on just a second.
Never again am I doing that candy bet. No way.
We also got Jen Lewis.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, Jenny Winnie.
What y'all doing?
Friend Lewis.
Oh, just
what up, friend Lewis?
I like it. I like the bottle, Mr. 6 o'clock.
That's right. Hey.
Okay. Cheers. Hold on. Before we get started, if that's what we're doing, hold on. Tyler, y'all done already took some shots.
Oh, I like your bottle better, Megan.
That's a Four Loko can.
Well, I have to pay Jahan back.
Okay.
Jahan, Jahan won the bet against me. I said this year that an ACC team wouldn't make the Final Four.
That's
Two
correct.
made it. Two made it. One's for sure going to be in the championship. So yeah, I'm a man of my word.
Hold on, which one are
Thank
you
you,
taking
sir.
to make
I
it to the
appreciate you.
championship?
Wait, we'll
That's
wait
another
till
question.
he
Wait, hold on. We'll
predicts.
get to it. We'll get to it. Never mind. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Wait. Okay.
I know, because mine is an absolute shocker.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Yeah, mine is too.
Take this
Damn.
one with
Whew.
y'all.
All right.
Boy.
What you drinking, Jen?
Ooh.
Like the team I pick is gonna surprise everyone. I'm telling you.
Jahan, I like your hat.
Thank you.
You're
Jahan,
welcome.
Appreciate you.
Jahan bought that with like 5 minutes left in the second half. Like he was ready.
No,
Dude,
Tyler,
he was-
Jahan
he was
bought
standing
that
at the
after
door.
we beat
He was
Tennessee
on
Cameron
it, man.
Indoor.
He was on it. He was on the pre-order, you know.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I got my Big 12 championship shirt, but I couldn't wear it. I was too sad. So we're gonna start with the
No,
women's
rock that
team, go with
Joan.
it.
Yeah.
No,
Rock
not
it.
yet. Not yet. When the
Hey,
tournament's over, I'll rock
we
it.
gonna get a mid-show switch.
No, we not.
She's like, nope. Wrong.
No. No. No, we will do that after the tournament, and then I'll be able to rep the Big 12 champions, you know. But the tournament, it hurts. So let's start with the women's. We saw the Sweet 16 last Friday and Saturday, and then the Elite 8. UNC lost to South Carolina 61-69. I don't think anybody anticipated anything different than that result. UNC played well. They hung with South Carolina, so you know, no shame in that.
It was closer than I thought it was, honestly.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I will say this: Aaliyah Boston had a career night on the Tar Heels that day.
She
Yeah,
had
had like
26
She's a
had, like,
beast.
26 she
They
had
had,
26
like,
points, 22 boards. Like,
yeah,
she had a
22
career night on
boards.
y'all.
Yeah,
So,
she's out there shacking it.
All right. Moving on, we have number 10, Creighton, and number 3, Iowa State. Creighton came out victorious on that, 76-68. I don't think many people expected that one. I thought Cyclones were going to win.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, what I'll say about that bracket and what about South Carolina real quick is South Carolina is a weird team, right? They look super good one game, and then they play down the next game, and then they look super good the next game, and then they play down. Like they kind of like
It's
let North.
intentional.
Yeah, they let North Carolina hang around there, and then went and blew out Creighton by 30.
No, Tyler's got a
Hold on 1 second, guys. We got Cool in the house also. What's up, Cool?
What up, cool?
What up, good
Another
people?
What up?
I'm inevitable.
That's another Tar Heel fan right there. I told y'all,
Yeah.
all the Tar Heel fans on the network was going to be on tonight.
Hell yeah. We gotta represent.
You know what? And just to comment on what we were talking about South Carolina, that Tar Heels women's team, that is a very good team. They're young.
Yes.
It is.
They're all sophomores. Most of them are like sophomores, a couple of freshmen. So you give those girls a couple of years of seasoning. South Carolina, they may have played down a little bit, but that Tar Heels women's team,
Yeah,
they got some
good.
ballers.
They'll be
And they're
beasting
gonna be there for
soon.
another couple of years. So watch out for them. Watch out
For
for them.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, guys.
Yo,
the next matchup was number
the
4,
the
Tennessee.
cool face with the talking is tripping me out.
I like
Yes,
it.
sir.
Pretty cool.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
The pulsing face.
The little circle that goes around it. Yeah, that is.
What were you
Yeah.
saying, Megan?
Matchup.
We can't see the curls, cool. Where you at?
Nah, bro, not tonight, man. Not tonight. I got another day. You know what I'm saying? They're telling me to stay out of bright lights for a few more days, so I gotta listen.
No problem. Yeah.
All
no
right,
problem.
no.
You do
We
what you
feel
gotta
that.
No,
bro. We feel that,
cool.
bro.
All I want to do is seeing. I wear my sunglasses at night to you, but we're on TV, so that's not going to happen.
You're on TV.
Right.
Nice.
Well, you know, it could be TV. We kind of popping on Twitter lately.
Yeah, right?
All right, guys. The next matchup is number 4, Tennessee, number 1, Louisville, 64-76. Louisville came out victorious. This was kind of surprising to me. I actually figured Louisville would crap out this round, and we see what happened.
Yeah, Tennessee kept that game really competitive. Tennessee kept that game competitive for a very long time. Last couple minutes is when Louisville kind of dictated what it wanted to do. Yeah, good for Louisville.
And I don't know, Louisville is always just kind of, to me, that surprise team in almost all sports, just because you kind of really don't think about them. They're off the radar, but they're kind of like the Chiefs used to be before Patrick Mahomes. They were kind of middle of the road, but they'll bust when they don't want to.
Every now and again,
I don't want this to take any shot at anyone, because if you like them, so be it. But Louisville's just always been like, I'm obviously not a fan of any college, so I'm just this casual fan. But Louisville is like just a weird team to like to me for some reason.
It is
a weird college to like.
What James
they're balling. They're balling.
Haley Van Lith is something very special to watch.
She is.
I mean, if you trained under Kobe, you know what to expect. Like, she really just brings it to the table, and that in the Elite Eight matchup, she really just kind of willed them to that next level, because Michigan hung until like that last minute. But we'll get to that game.
And she had a.
No, go ahead, Jay. No problem.
I was gonna say, to Jen's point, Louisville has always been that weird school where like they'll be off the radar and they'll come out of nowhere, because it's like, you kind of don't hear about them. And then in 2013, the men's win a national title. Then they're off the radar. Then Lamar Jackson wins the Heisman. Then so they're kind of good with things like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, that next matchup was South Dakota and then Michigan. South Dakota, the 10 seed, Michigan, the 3 seed. Michigan won 52-49. Not surprising, because I think me and Tyler both knew that South Dakota team was going to be fierce. We knew they were going to be pretty tough.
Yes.
Any other thoughts on that matchup?
No, I think South Dakota, they're like a senior-led team. So when we talked about that game, I picked Michigan, but I said South Dakota's going to hang out. They're going to hang around in this game. They did.
Most definitely. Then we saw Notre Dame, NC State. Notre Dame, the 5 seed, NC State, the 1 seed. 63-66, NC State came out on top.
That game was a lot of fun to watch. If you watched the last minute and a half, that was a hell of a game.
The game against Notre Dame or the game against UConn?
Notre Dame.
Both games were
both
phenomenal.
really, but the one
Notre Dame where I forgot who it was, stole the ball.
They stole the ball and laid it in with like 11 seconds to go. Notre Dame, man. Clutch. See, Notre Dame, to me, they was a 2 seed masquerading as a 5. They were a lot better than what their seeding was.
Agree. Like I feel the same way about the men's Notre Dame team that I do the women's Notre Dame. Like, I felt like they were extremely scrappy, and people, they didn't put them up. They didn't rank them as high as they probably should have been. Defense matters. Defense matters in these type of situations, and both of those teams are incredibly scrappy. So not surprised that was such a close game like that, but NC State came out ahead. The next matchup was Indiana versus UConn. That's the 3 versus the 2. UConn came out victorious, 75-58. I know me and Tyler actually thought that Indiana was going to upset UConn this round, and obviously that was not the case.
Nope.
No.
Not at all.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
About a lot of ACC teams. I just want to bring it out. There's a lot of ACC teams that we're discussing right now.
Okay.
And
thank you. Tyler, take a shot.
For the men, I was definitely wrong about the men. I wasn't hating on the women's ACC. I'm not hating on that.
It's okay, Tyler. A lot of people are hating on the men's.
I just wanted to point out that we talking about a lot of ACC teams, and in the tournament, I'm really happy to hear that, because a lot of talk that the men's and the women's, the ACC was kind of down a little bit, and we're seeing that that's not quite the case. So that's great to as a fan of ACC teams, it's great to see.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, good for y'all. Big 12 was in there, but we got knocked out kind of early.
Hey, it happens.
Ba-
It happens.
Baylor getting knocked out in the first round and both. Like, are you serious? All right, next matchup: Maryland versus Stanford. Maryland, the 4 seed. Stanford, the number 1 seed. Stanford came out victorious, 72-66. This was actually a little bit closer game than I expected. Maryland looked better in this tournament than I really gave them credit for. In the round before this, they looked really good. I thought they were going to get knocked out, and they ended up making it to the Sweet 16. But Stanford, what else can you say about them?
Haley Jones, what a player.
Yes.
Man.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm going to say this about Stanford like I always do, Megan, and you know this. And I love Haley Jones too. But if we do not give credit to Hull and Brink, because Hull and Brink can really load it up for them. And I think that's why I picked Stanford to win the national championship this year. It's still to be wondered if that's going to happen. But on my bracket, I picked Stanford because I thought if a team has a chance at repeating, it's going to be a team that's super close together and a team that can rely on each other. And that's what Stanford is. So,
right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that there's those moments when, you have somebody that is normally an excellent shooter, they have an off night, or you have somebody that's a really great defender and they get in foul trouble there on Stanford. And those other 2 players, and they have a couple more in rotation that actually step up. So if their star or one of their big 3 actually gets into trouble right there, they're able to step up and keep on pushing with that same intensity.
Yeah, for sure.
Next matchup and final matchup of the Sweet 16, we had Ohio State, number 6, Texas, number 2, 63-66. Texas came out victorious. Really close game. I want to say it was much closer than I expected. I hadn't really watched a whole lot of Ohio State. We saw Rory Harmon get in foul trouble in that game. So we didn't see her most of the first half and part of the second half. So
that's why the game was so close.
Yeah.
That's why the game was so close right there.
But you know what?
Exactly.
But also, our center is also a freshman. So you have Rory Harmon, who's a freshman. She's our point guard. She's only 5'6". And then our center is also a freshman. So I just want to congratulate the Texas women on their season. I felt like they had an amazing season. Yeah. Incredibly young, and the future is bright there in Texas. But let's move over to the Elite 8. We had number 10 Creighton versus South Carolina. Obviously, Creighton was just outmatched, 80-50.
Yeah.
I just want to quickly say that game looked like women playing against girls.
It was.
Indeed. Okay, no. Let's not do that to them because you know what? They were one of the only double-digit seed that made it to the Elite 8. So
true.
That's true.
No knock to them.
And
yeah, but
that's not knock. It's just that's how good South Carolina is.
Yeah, they ran into a buzzsaw.
He's praising South Carolina. I get it. Like I said, South Carolina is that team. I didn't pick them this year, and there are times that I wish I did when I watch one game and then I watch the next, and I watch one game. Exactly. They could win this national championship, and they could win that game by 27 points. That's how good South Carolina could be some nights. I'm just saying.
And it'd be super close in the matchup in the Final Four.
But then the next week they're going to overtime. Like I'm just saying,
I think they do that. I think they do that intentionally. I think they want the competition to think they have a chance, and in reality, there's no chance.
I mean, out of all the heavyweights that we talk about, the Stanfords, the Notre Dames, we just said South Carolina's. South Carolina the most unpredictable one. UConn, they're the most unpredictable one because it's like you don't know what South Carolina team gonna show up. Are they gonna play down to these girls? Or are they gonna blow them out?
Right.
They gonna mess around.
Okay, well, in the Elite 8 round, they hold them out.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah.
All right, moving up to the next matchup. Beat the brakes off. Next matchup, we got the number 3 Michigan versus number 1 Louisville. Louisville came out on top, 62-50. Now, I know there's a 12-point differential there, but it was a much closer game.
It was much closer than that
until the very last minute. And then that last minute, you could see that Michigan was gassed. But real quick, on the Michigan tip, y'all have got to retire Hillman's jersey. Like, she's the only player to wear a 00. She should be the only one in the history of that program to ever wear that.
That's cool. 00. That's awesome.
That's
She's the only one to ever wear it. Like, she broke like every school record. Like, y'all got to retire it. Nobody else can wear it.
I like it.
I
Well,
agree.
I had Michigan in my Final Four, so and I did not expect Louisville to be what they are. So
Louisville
much
are some
credit to
dogs.
Louisville. Louisville is some dogs. You're right.
Yeah, they just some dogs. They just grind you out. Like they just
It's-
dogs. They're like if I was coaching a team, it would be my team would play like Louisville. You know, when I coach AU, my team play like Louisville. You just grind you out. If
You know
you're on the
what I
same
like
level,
about
we're
Louisville?
just gonna blow you out
What I
at the end.
what I like about Louisville is their tempo. They're fast. They're really freaking fast. Like as soon as the possession is over, they're on you. You know, so I really like that about them. Next matchup. This was game of probably both tournaments. It's the only double overtime game in the history of the Elite Eight. We got UConn versus NC State, which is back and forth the
Best
entire
game of the tournament. Best game of the
Best
tournament.
game of the tournament.
That-
91,
That was a Final
87.
Four game in the Elite Eight.
Yep.
Right.
Agreed.
Right.
That
100% agreed.
as a UConn fan, that game was as a UConn fan, that game was phenomenal. I watched the
That
whole
game-
game from
And
start
shout out
from
and
beginning.
shout out and shout out to UConn, but man, shout out to NC State. That team
They
fights.
never
They
That
gave
team
Yeah.
fights.
They never gave up. They never.
Exactly. I
Phenomenal.
was
You
gonna
know what?
say
Phenomenal.
NC State never gave up that whole game. Like when they were down
No.
5, they cut it to 3. When they were down 3, they cut it to 2.
Yeah. And you know what? As amazing as that game was, for all we know, that game may have been the national championship game. As in, whoever won that game is going to go win it
Could
all.
be. Could be.
Yeah.
Could be
Could be.
for sure. I 100% agree.
I don't think so.
I just feel bad for them.
You don't think
I mean,
so? Why do you not think so?
I don't either, Jahan, just because I picked Stanford, so I have to be on that island and say that.
Right.
But I think,
No, same.
but if
I
I
picked
wasn't,
Stanford.
Well,
if I wasn't picking Stanford, I'm picking South Carolina, though. I'm just saying. If I wasn't picking Stanford.
South Carolina's trained heavy.
Jahan,
I
why
just
don't
think South Carolina they've been too dominant this year.
Okay, I can respect that.
Somebody got
Does
some
anybody have
feedback.
background noise?
Huh?
But
There's some feedback.
like
Again, you watching some games?
somebody's background.
You watching
Background
some
noise.
NBA?
Like for me, like NC
Oh,
State
it was
senior
you.
girls,
Sorry.
right? They're senior ladies. They played hard. You know what I'm saying? They did everything they could to win that game. UConn they just had it that day, but that was like
They did. But I mean,
That
it
was
was
a
like
great
a
game to
one
watch.
possession game, or well, really 2 possession because it was 91 to 87. So 2 possession game, double overtime. Shout out to Paige. Like, yeah, she went
Yeah,
for
Paige
27
I was gonna
points.
say that. Like
Yeah,
Paige
She went
grew
for-
up.
You know, she
Paige
went for
finally
27
definitely
points,
did
but
her thing, sure.
15 in overtime. She did 15 in
Yes.
overtime. Like,
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
they're in the next round because of Paige.
Yeah, exactly. She
Paige
detonated.
was like,
They
"Yo,
lose
I'm the
that game without
superstar.
her.
I'm the best player on the court."
Tyler's gonna say something towards me about Paige, aren't you, Tyler?
now
No,
Leslie also
the only point I'll make about Paige is Paige balled out this game. There's nothing I can say. But the game before, I told Megan when they played, was it UCF? Was that the second round?
Yes,
that was the second round.
scary.
Okay, but when they played that game, Paige played very poorly in that game, and that's when Fudd had to step up. So UConn does
Fudd's
have
a
other
great-
women that can step up.
Fudd's awesome. Fudd is awesome.
Absolutely. You know what? UConn is just a well-oiled machine, and we will talk about. In my opinion, that's a well-oiled offensive machine. So we'll talk about their matchup that they have coming up in the Final Four. But the final matchup of the Elite Eight, we have Texas #2 versus #1 Stanford, 59-50. Stanford came out on top. Like I said about the earlier game about Michigan, it was a really close game until that final minute. And then in that final minute, Stanford did what they did. It was all gas. Texas was tired. They were exhausted by the time by that last minute. Each team had a player that fouled out. It was a great defensive game. So any opinions on that game?
You hit it
While I
right
cried a little bit.
But you cried a little bit.
Credit
cry a
to
little
Texas.
bit, you know.
Credit to Texas. No, absolute no shame in losing to the defending champs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was like no team could really pull away. And I was talking to Megan. I was like, it's like Stanford will be up 5, and then Texas will hit like 2 points. Now it's a 3-point game. Then Texas will go on a
Right.
run, be up 2-3 points. Then Stanford hits a 3. Now it's tied. Neither team could really pull away. So it was much like the 72-60 game. Like, yeah, it was a 9-point victory, but it was much closer than that because Stanford didn't pull away until all them free throws in the final minute. So. All it took was
I
one
agree.
miss and then start fouling, and y'all know the rest. But no, shout out to the Longhorn Lady Horns. Big 12 champs. It was their first since 03, and they're only gonna get better.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely agree. They're really young. Like Texas is really young. I don't think a lot of people give them credit for that part. Like they're incredibly young. So give it one more season, maybe 2 more seasons at the most. I feel like that's a championship team right there.
I can agree with that.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So moving over to your Final Four in the women's, we got 3 number 1 seeds. We got South Carolina versus Louisville tomorrow at 7 Eastern. Who you taking up in this matchup and why?
Who do I start or how are we doing?
Go ahead, Will.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well.
Yeah, you go with.
I think it's gonna be a very good game, but two names. One name for you, Aaliyah Boston, Player of the Year. She does it both offensively and defensively. So I got South Carolina over Louisville.
By how much? Or like, do you think it's close, or do you think it's a blowout?
I think by like 10, maybe 7 to 10 points.
Okay.
Not bad.
All right, Jay. What you think?
I'm gonna take South Carolina. I actually got it a little bit closer than 10 points just because I feel Louisville scrappy. They both great defensive teams. Me and you talked about the South Carolina Miami game. I will say this much is they can't come out flat and get held. They can't come out flat and get held like they did against Miami.
Right.
But at the same time, they both defensive teams, and I actually expect a low scoring game. I'm gonna say 49-46 South Carolina.
Ooh.
46. Ooh, I like that. A heavy defensive game.
I do
cool.
like
What's
that.
your opinions
That
on
is
this one? You know.
cool.
Cool, yeah.
Maybe he's not there. Okay, Tyler.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Cool.
I'm here. I was saying, I think South Carolina by 7. I think South Carolina's they just a team right now. I'm confident in what they can do offensively and defensively. As been said before, they had a player of the year. They have a lot of two-way players on that team, and Don Staley's gonna have them ladies, ready to go out there and put it on the floor and leave it all out there. So I think that they're gonna be able to get that game by 7.
Okay, I like that. Tyler, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
So when the brackets came out and I looked at it, I texted Megan the night it came out and I said, Megan, no offense to anybody else, but South Carolina is going to run through everyone on that left side of the bracket.
Right,
I have to stick with it. I'm going to pick the Gamecocks to advance.
Okay. Jen, you ready? You want me to go
I'm ready.
First?
I was going to say, you can go first if you want.
My opinion, I feel like South Carolina comes out on top. I just feel like that experience with Don Staley is going to play a factor there. We're talking about a dynasty. We're talking about the highest paid women's coach out there, like 22 million, for 4 years. Like, we're talking about the best of the best. We're talking about gold medal Don Staley. Like, that's what it is. So I feel like South Carolina is going to come out on top, but I feel like it's going to be a much closer game. I feel like it's going to be like 2-3 points at the most, but I'm going to put it at a mid-range as far as scoring and put it at like 62.
That sounds fair.
62, 60? Yeah.
That sounds fair. You got closer than I do. I had 3 points.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's going to be because I feel like Louisville's real scrappy, and like I just didn't give them a lot of credit for that. And I think they're a much better competitive team than I really gave them credit for, just because of the run of the last part of the season that they had. And I was like, you know what? They looked shaky. and they hit that tournament just running. So nah, they're not shaky. Jen,
Just
go ahead.
my bad. I was answering to Megan. They also are the only two teams this season with 10+ wins versus Associated Press ranked teams.
Cool.
Well,
Good point.
My bad. Go ahead, Jen.
Oh, no worries. I don't mind. I was actually going to say South Carolina too, just because I don't know why with this one. I'm just going with gut feeling, but I do think it'll be more a 3-point difference, 57-54. Because I do think they're both going to play solid D. I think they're going to come out and just run the ball, run each other, and they're going to run each other ragged. But that's just me. But I feel like South Carolina athletics has a good chip on their shoulder, and they want to prove some stuff to some people. So I think this is what it is.
Absolutely. I feel like they left the tournament a little bit earlier than people expected last season. I think they thought we would see them in the championship game, and all right, Jahan, South Carolina, Louisville.
I said this before the tournament. I have not wavered in this. I did not expect my Lady Tar Heels to beat them. South Carolina's got something special brewing.
Yeah.
I must just say, Asia Wilson started it.
You better include my
2 out
wings
of 3.
player. You better include my wings player, Alicia Gray. She was in there too.
yeah, she was.
Are we
Okay,
doing a midway through the show?
Okay, let's do a shot. Let's do a shot.
I'll do it.
I'm expecting 2 out of 3 years South Carolina to come next.
Hey, Megan, after this shot, I got to dip off, but I'm going to come right back in the comments and everything. So, hold on.
No problem at all. Thank you so much.
Are you out here? Are you leaving?
Yeah, I got to handle something real quick, and I'll come right back.
Jay, you treat us like
just like you were the other night, Jay.
Cheers, y'all.
Hey, you treat us like the redheaded stepchild now. That's fucking.
Don't do that. Kennedy is a redhead.
You the black beard stepchild.
Hey, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab a chair
I'm his
from
favorite.
behind me.
Okay, no problem.
I'm his
Jen.
favorite
No problem.
child because I'm on a show with the dude. Oh wait,
Okay.
and Tyler is too.
Tyler is too.
That's right. That's right.
But
The Gauntlet,
hey,
Saturday night. Shameless plug, as Eric Wilson would say.
Shameless
Right.
plug.
Shameless plug. Gauntlet, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
Find you.
Tune in.
All right, guys, we're going to go
TikTok.
to the next matchup. The next matchup of Friday night, we got UConn versus Stanford at 9:30 Eastern. Will, start us off. We know you're taking UConn, but start us off.
Oof. So I got UConn, and I actually got it a really, really close game. I got it 75-71 UConn because UConn not only has Page, they have Azzy Fudd, they have Williams, they have Nelson Adota. I know they just lost their center. They have Williams, but still. Oh, and they have, I think her last name, you pronounce it Mule or Mull? Nika Mule. But I think that Williams and those girls are going to give Haley Jones trouble because we gave, for a little bit, we gave Eliza Cunane trouble. And so we've got a lot of good pieces on this team, but I still, like I said, I've got 65-61 UConn.
Okay. Tyler, what's up?
I got Stanford. I like Haley Jones. I like Hall. I like Brink. I think they step up. I do think this game's going to be really close, and I think it's going to be a really good basketball game. But I got Stanford. I think they win this game by about 3 or 4 points.
Breaking my high tongue.
I'm sorry, Will. I'm sorry.
No,
I picked Stanford to win the whole thing.
I know.
Listen. I don't even know if I feel good about Stanford beating South Carolina right now. I told Megan that when I picked them, I said maybe I shouldn't have picked against South Carolina. But
whoever buys me a Page jersey, I'll be happy with. Just by the way, that's BTW.
Hint. All
That's
right.
your
Will,
Jen.
I'm still
girlfriend.
waiting
You
for my
gotta
birthday
give her.
present from you
Dom's
for the
plug.
last 3 years. I'm just saying. It better be good when my birthday's
Dom's
coming
the
up.
jersey plug.
What did you say,
Yeah.
Jen?
I said I'm still waiting for my birthday present from you for like the least. I'll be nice and say the last 3 years.
Oh no.
Hey,
Jeez,
no.
Will.
When's your,
Yeah,
when's
I'm
your
a horrible
birthday?
Hey, I visit her whenever I'm in Uptown Charlotte. I go visit you whenever I can.
Whenever you can. You're in Uptown a lot more than you tell me. I know. I feel
I'm a
your
horrible friend.
presence in Uptown.
I'm a horrible friend.
Oh
I know.
no, don't do that, Will.
No,
Don't
you're
do
not.
that. You
I'm
can't-
just picking on you. Just about the birthday presents. I'm just picking on you about that.
I know.
You're a terrible
No, this
friend, Will. You're a
No,
terrible
this is
friend,
true.
Will.
You're not a good friend, Will. You're not a good friend, Will.
You're not a good friend.
All right.
I'm just picking
Jen.
on you, buddy.
I know.
You're
I
not,
know.
You're not, pal.
Shut up.
Jen, who you taking in this matchup? UConn, Stanford.
I'm torn. So part of me wants to say UConn because it's UConn, right? So
Right.
need I say anything else? But
No,
then
Tyler, hold on one second,
Stanford-
Jen. Tyler, what is that fact about Gino in the finals and then in the Final Four?
Gino is 11-10 in Final Four games. He's 11-0 in championship games.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So if you're gonna beat him, you gotta beat him in the Final Four because you're not beating him in the championship.
Right.
Nope.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jen. Go ahead. I
no,
just
it's
wanted
fine.
to put that out there.
But that, like, I don't know. I'm just kind of torn on this one. I think it's going to be so tight. Like, I think this one could actually come down to an OT, a 1-point game or an OT. Like, I think it's going to be so tight, and it's just going to be who gets the last shot. Like, straight up. Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to ride the fence. And can I call division of the house on that? I'm just asking.
Oh no! So both sides of the coin. Both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Both
Just so we have
sides of the
JB and Adam show.
Okay. All right, Jen. We're gonna let you make it on that
All
one.
right. Thank
Cool.
you.
Who are you taking on this matchup?
I'm taking UConn by 3 in a very tight
close
matchup.
game. Close game. Yeah.
Yeah, got to be a close game. Got to be a close one. Stanford's a good team, but I just got to give UConn a little bit of an edge.
I respect it.
Okay, so I do completely understand the pedigree that is UConn and them in this tournament. But I think you have to shout out what we saw out of Stanford in that game versus Texas, and that's their defense.
Absolutely.
We saw one of their defenders foul out before the game. We saw a defender from Texas foul out too. But then we also saw Haley Jones. She took like 2 really hard fouls and kept on fighting. She was bleeding. She was bruised, scratched, and she just kept on fighting. So I think you got to give that edge to Stanford, slight edge, just slight edge. And
I can
gonna say
respect
Stanford. I feel like it's going to be low scoring. I'm going to take 57-53. Stanford on top.
I could see it. And I
You
got
want me to toss out a
and
score?
by the way, can I say something? I
go ahead.
got
Go ahead,
nothing. I got nothing against Stanford. I think they're a great team. If we lose, we lose. If we win, great. But Stanford's been good for years.
All right.
That is
I've
true.
been thinking a little more, going with my gut, okay? And I know people hate that, but whatever. It's worked for me in the past. I'll go 59-58. Stanford.
Don't talk to me anymore, John. Just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
It's
kidding.
okay. I'll talk to you when you give me a birthday present.
Right. Oh,
I brought it back, Will.
You brought it back. You brought it back. You
I brought it back,
from
buddy.
You brought it from the depths of heck, and you brought it back.
Okay, John, who are you taking on this matchup?
I'm sorry.
In the words of the immortal Rick Flair, be the man, you got to beat the man.
Ooh.
Gino has been the man. Gino has been the man his entire life. However, Stanford quote, is the current man because they're the champs. I got to go with the champs.
Reigning, defending.
Reigning, defending. But
Right.
shout out to Gino, able to do to get here. Injury after injury. It just shows that coaching gets you far. Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
coaching gets you far. When you got elite coaching, you can do many things. You see it with K, Izzo, Pat,
I mean, it is what it is.
Gino. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, when you got great coaching, elite coach so far, and it don't matter about recruiting, it don't matter about injuries. Plug them in, and we gonna ride. But
I got a
shout out to
confession.
UConn for getting here.
Sorry, go
The
ahead.
buck stops. The buck stops here. I'm gonna go Stanford 70, UConn 65.
I got a confession as a UConn fan, actually, real quick. I actually like Pat Summitt a little bit better than Gino. All right.
Well, okay, that's not much of a confession because I was about to say I think Jahan and me are both on that same wave. Like I feel like
I
Pat
love
is the
Pat
GOAT.
Summitt.
Yeah.
So just to speed
I'm
things,
gonna throw. Go ahead, Tyler.
I was gonna say just to speed things up a little bit. Is anyone picking against South Carolina in the next Final Four against Louisville?
No.
I'm not.
I don't.
I'm not.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So the hype is.
We can ask Cool.
UConn and
We can
Stanford.
ask Cool when he comes back if he is picking.
Oh, he's
against.
here. Hold on, 1 second. He's here. Okay, hold on. It's not letting me.
I just think they're gonna knock off the champs, man.
Oh, there we go.
New champs.
Yeah,
So
no,
cool.
like, and that's my thing. Like, I feel like UConn has been the champions since I was like 12 or 14. And we will not discuss how old I am now, but that's what I think.
Belt, Jen, belt. We're not going to talk about it. Cool.
We'll just say I
That's
was better
funny,
now than
though,
I did in my 30s.
Cool. Are you taking? Did you say you were taking South Carolina over Louisville?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
We're all
All
in
right. So
consensus.
everybody's taking South Carolina, but no diss to Louisville because they're so good.
No diss.
All right, let's move over to the men's. In the Sweet 16, we had number 4 Providence against number 1 Kansas, 61-66. Kansas came out on top. Were we surprised? No. Everybody on the panel
No.
was Kansas, right?
No. Providence is a good team.
All right, then we had Iowa State versus Miami, Florida, the 10 versus the 11, and the 10 came out on top, 70-56, Miami. Any surprise there?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Then, okay, me and Tyler, our brackets got busted. Houston versus Arizona, 62. Houston on top. Arizona was 60. Arizona was the number 1 seed. Obviously, me and Tyler were shocked.
Shout out to my boy Bradley.
I was shocked.
Shout out to my boy Bradley.
I was shocked.
I wasn't shocked. And it's not a knock on Arizona. It's just that if you looked at the brackets, you saw a lot of number 1s going down. You saw a lot of close games. The tournaments are all about, especially on the men's side, it's all about momentum going in, right? And it's all about keeping the momentum. And you hit the right team on the right day, they can get you, and that's what happened to Arizona. You play that game 10 times, Arizona probably wins 6 or 7, but not that one.
Okay, I feel you. Anybody else?
Do they win 6 or 7?
I think so. That's what I just said, sir.
And
Okay, well.
man.
Next.
All right, guys. Well, next matchup was Michigan, number 11 versus number 2 Villanova. Villanova came out on top, 63-55. Any surprise?
Nope.
No. Okay. So the next matchup, UNC versus UCLA, the 4 versus the 8. UNC came out on top, 73-66.
Shout out to RJ Davis for having a hell of a game.
And guess what?
Yeah.
There was no surprise.
No.
Nope.
Oh, God, the Carolina fans.
But you know what?
I'm sorry.
We're a lot better than the Duke
No, it's
fans.
fine, y'all.
We are
We are
better
a lot
than
better
the
than
Absolutely.
Duke
No, I would much rather be on a panel full of UNC fans than Duke fans. Very true.
You absolutely would.
We're
So
more humble.
for the longest time, just so you guys know, I could respect both teams. Then
Ugh.
I started encountering
no.
like I was always more Carolina, except when I was 3. When I wanted to provoke my brother by being a Duke pick. I was 3, y'all. So forgive
You
me.
were 3. You was
I was
3.
3.
We're not
I
gonna
wanted
hold.
to
If you're
irritate
under
my
5,
brother.
we don't hold it against you.
Yeah, right. Thank you. However, I mean, it's Dean. You got to go over. And then I just started seeing how much Duke players started showing a lack of respect for other teams and other teams.
Grayson Allen.
They're just so
I was just about to
dirty.
do the same
Before
thing.
Grayson
Will.
Allen, like this, like final strap for me happened like
Christian Leitner, that
2004.
pompous jerk.
Yeah.
Bobby
Christian
Hurley was
Leitner's
dirty.
sister was my best friend's. His sister was my best friend's sorority sister, and whenever he would call the house,
Bobby Hurley was dirty.
not nice. Let's say this. Very, very egotistical.
Okay, we're gonna move over to the next matchup. Number 15, St. Peter's beat Purdue 67-64. Shocker! Purdue was so soft in the lane;
Shocker.
it was ridiculous.
Total shocker.
I
I
wasn't
did
that
not
surprised
expect
at
this.
St. Peter's.
No, I don't think
actually
anybody. I think we all said St. Peter's journey was ended this game, and
We
sure
didn't
enough,
all.
Purdue got knocked out.
I thought they would win.
Okay. Any other thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, he wasn't here to say that. Whoever was on the show, Joseph was the only one that said it. I thought. I mean,
Well, I wasn't
I'll
here.
give him
I
that,
wasn't on the
even
show,
though
so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can't say about that on the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
I'm saying.
so next matchup.
Joseph said it live though.
Yeah,
Well, I
you
mean,
did. You're
hey.
right. You're right.
If you like, I
Joseph
could grab a few people. If you like, I could grab a few people that I've talked to about it.
Nah,
They
you
tell you who I
good? You
picked. You know what I'm
good?
saying?
I mean, listen, I'm
Yeah,
face
I'm
value
just
right
saying.
now. Face value with face.
Next
I
matchup,
keep
we had number
receipts.
3. We had number 3 Texas Tech versus number 2 Duke. Duke came out on top 78-73. I was shocked. I did not see Duke making it past Texas Tech. I didn't see it.
Me.
Will, you want to start us off?
I didn't either. I thought they were going to get caught sooner or later. That's all I have
Okay,
to say.
we got Anthony Brown in the comments. What's up, Ant?
What up,
What up, Ant?
Miss you,
What
bro.
up?
Yeah,
Hey
man.
man,
What's
shout out to
up?
my
We miss
boy.
you.
Shout outs to my boy Ant. Yo, keep your head up, my G. We
Yes,
stay
sir.
strong.
For sure. For sure,
Yes, sir.
Ant.
All right, Tyler. What did you think of this game?
Yeah, it shocked me. I thought Texas Tech was going to win it. I thought stylistically they're going to make this more of like a defensive game. I thought it was going to actually be like in the low 50s. But Duke, credit to them. Last 5 minutes kind of did what they had to do to win the game.
Absolutely agree. Jenny, any thoughts on this?
Never doubt in my mind that Duke was going to win that.
Oh my gosh! So you
And I'm sorry, Megan. I'm sorry, but it's like it's Coach K. Like he chokes a lot, but he at least usually gets to the Final Four. So, and minimum the Elite Eight.
Most by any coach ever, right?
Yeah.
Most what?
Most Final Fours of any coach ever.
I think he just passed.
My
John.
homie CJ McCollum doesn't look at Coach K like that dude that always gets the lead
I
at their Final
agree.
Well, I mean,
Four.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Coach K.
Hey, yo,
but
I gotta-
at the end of the day,
I gotta get me a Lehigh
history's
CJ
there.
McCollum.
I mean,
Yeah,
my
that-
favorite meme
Three
on the
J.
internet is like Coach K sitting on Roy Williams' lap being burped like a baby. I'm not gonna lie.
no!
Love that meme. Tyler's like, yeah, I've seen it. But
Jen,
We've
after the show, send me that meme, please.
I'll have to find it. Okay. I know you've
Okay,
seen
so
it.
cool.
I've shared it like 500 times on Facebook every time it comes across.
So I'll be quick. I'll be quick with my answer. It's very simple. This is what it really is. If you're gonna beat the Duke Blue Devils, you're gonna beat the Duke Blue Devils and the referees. Texas
Yes.
Tech wasn't quite able to beat the Duke
100%.
Blue Devils and the referees. So I kind of felt like they were gonna win because of that. And I've been saying for the past couple of weeks, if you want to beat Duke in this tournament, you're gonna be Duke and the referees. So you better come out early. You better put your foot on their throat and take the game out of the referee's hands. Because if you put it in the referee's hands,
So look,
you are going
agreeing
home.
with Jahan because Jahan said that it was set up.
That's what it is.
It is.
I mean, okay.
I mean,
All right. So
there's no like, yeah. Coach K gets very much favorable treatment from the refs. We're not
by far.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
that's
last matchup of the Sweet 16 in the men's, we had number 4 Arkansas versus number 1 Gonzaga. Arkansas beat Gonzaga 74-68. Shocker?
Shocker.
Shocker. No, I
Yeah,
feel
but-
like it's not a shocker. Me,
Gonzaga?
Tyler, we called it. Me and Tyler called it. Gonzaga looked weak against
Shocker.
Memphis.
Listen, I know I love my girl Carrie, but Carrie got mad at me because she picked Gonzaga to go all the way. I said,
Right.
no, they're not going to do it. They're too much hype.
They're
They
always
don't
too much
follow
hype.
through all enough. Yeah, they always are. They're just too much. Like, they've got a great PR team. Like, let's not joke. But yeah, no.
Oh yeah,
I like the nickname I saw, Gungaga. I forgot who said it.
Gungaga.
Somebody said it. Love
that
it.
is perfect.
I know. I love it.
All right, guys. Anything else to add to that?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the Elite Eight.
Let me down.
Oh, so you picked the Bulldogs. I did not. Moving on to the next round, we got number 10 Miami versus number 1 Kansas, 50-76. Miami was obviously outmatched. Any thoughts on that game?
All I have to say is props to Jim Larinaga for coaching this Miami team and getting far.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all
shout
I
out.
have
He
to say.
definitely maximized what they were going to be able to do in the tournament. You know what I'm saying? And it's difficult to do that when you don't have like some of the talent of the other teams, but you just have guys that just buy into the way you're playing and play hard, and consistent. And like you said, they just got to the point where they was overmatched and, they were able to kind of curtail some of their better players and stop them from doing what they wanted to do. And I mean, without that, Miami doesn't have the depth of like a Duke or Carolina where they could bring in, 5-star guys off the bench that just aren't playing as much because of the talent in front of them. So, I mean, shout out to Miami for doing what they did.
Right. And
Absolutely.
I've got a question. Is Miami? I don't think they are, but Miami's not a blue blood, right?
No.
Oh
didn't
God, I
think
do
so.
not
No,
remember
when it
this
comes to basketball, yeah.
conversation again.
Nope. I was just one
Maybe
question.
in
Sorry,
college
Megan.
football.
Football,
yeah, in college
they
football,
were.
but not in basketball. That's what I was
Football, they were. Jahan, football keyword, they were.
Yeah, my thing with the whole Blue Bloods is it like a 20-year thing? Is it 30 years? Is it lifetime?
I
Like,
would
how
say
long are you a
20
Blue Blood
plus
if you don't
years.
I'd say 20 to
compete?
30.
You know what I'm saying? At a high level.
It's like an accomplishment, but it's like what you've done your entire time you've been a program. Like the blue blood schools are like top 5 in wins all the time, top 5 in titles all the time, top 5 in like prestige all the time. Like
That makes sense.
Sorry,
I
some
guess.
guys are rubbing their motorcycle engines.
Oh,
They're
it's
not
all
that
good.
cool.
It's
Sorry,
all
that's
good.
me.
hey,
Trying to get your attention. Hey, Jen.
hey, you have to
All
have
right,
it's a certain
guys.
criteria to be blue blood. Like Nova,
Right.
Nova is
I just couldn't
getting
remember
there. They're
because I
kicking the
didn't think
thing,
they
but
were.
they're new blood.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call
blood.
Will.
They're not
I'm
blue
calling
blood, they're
Will
new blood.
Fonzie. I'm calling Will Fonzie.
Fonzie.
All
Oh,
right,
geez.
Tyler, watch out. He's going to ask you for a black leather jacket soon. Be careful.
Slick that hair back, Will.
Nope. No,
All
thank
right,
you.
guys. Next matchup was a little bit closer. We had number 5 Houston versus Villanova, number 2, 50-44. Villanova on top. Any thoughts on that one?
I think it sucks for Villanova that they don't have more anymore. I'll say that.
Exactly
Right.
what I was thinking, Tyler.
Yeah, but I don't
Exactly.
know that Nova would have beat Kansas anyway. Like, sorry to jump ahead. Just saying.
Hey, well, we watched Sports Arena last night. Everyone was kind of, but minus Megan, everyone was kind of on Villanova. I'm with Megan though. I'm on.
Big 12.
I think
Right?
Kansas wins that game. I think Kansas wins that game against Nova.
Medium 12.
I was actually agreeing with you in the chat.
Medium 12.
Such a hater. You're a hater. I was a little surprised out of this matchup. I thought Houston had them on the cool. Shout out to Villanova for what they did in the tournament and in that round. But Houston is such an excellent defensive team. And you'll see that a lot of times I side with these really well defensive teams. And so I thought Houston, we knew what they were bringing to the table. They weren't quite what we saw as a team probably like 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago, but they were still just very much up there. And I expected Houston to win. Close game. Shout out to Villanova. Anybody else?
No, that's all I have to say. What Tyler said.
All right, guys, we're gonna move over to the next matchup. 15 St. Peter's, 8 UNC, 49-69. UNC on top.
Wasn't
I'm gonna
even
let y'all
close.
take it. I'm gonna let y'all take it for a second. Jahan, run it for a second.
Jahan, go ahead.
All right, go ahead, Will.
Oh, I knew that St. Peter's run wouldn't last longer against a hot team like UNC. That I personally, and Jahan could agree with me, and Cool probably, and Jen, maybe Tyler. I think they were underseeded for the tournament. They're not playing like an 8 seed. They're playing like a better seed than they are. So I knew St. Peter's run would end. But congrats on a great run.
Yeah, they were a Cinderella story. Hats off to the Peacocks.
Oh, yeah. And their coach just got hired by Seton Hall, and he brought his players to the press conference at Seton Hall, and he said, "This is why I got this job. Like, I know I graduated from here and I played here, but these guys helped me get this job." That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I'm really not surprised he got that job, especially when they were showing his salary on national television.
Oh my gosh, he's making so much more now.
So they were. It was a payday was coming for that coach. He's a great coach.
It was destined.
It'll be interesting to see what Seton Hall does for the coming years because I really like him as a coach. So
yeah, I think he's gonna make them good.
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll be a tournament team at least.
Jen, Cool.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh.
Or John.
Go, Jahan.
I was more nervous about this game than I am for the upcoming game. Because I felt like UNC had more to lose. And I don't like being in a situation where we have more to lose than the opponent. I felt like if St. did pull the upset, it's we beat traditional house to get to the Final Four. We knocked off everybody in our region. We're the first 15 seed ever to get to the Final Four. You're already the first 15 seed ever to get to Elite Eight. So the pressure was on UNC, and I feel like they rose to the occasion. Like you knew coming in, you had to punch this team in the matter. You had to punch this team. And I think like that first 7-0, it was just like boom, out the gate, 7-0 run. Cool. But then like UNC did something that game that like, except for a little bit in the second half, let St. Peter's try to creep and go on their own little runs. But every time on a run, it was like UNC answered that run. And it was like they never let it get under 20. They were up by as much as like 30 at one point, and they never let it drop under 20. Like no matter what they did, no matter how crappy they let the runs get, they never let it drop under 20 again. But the only thing I was pissed at, and other than this, called a flawless game. The only thing I was pissed at is take these guys out. We're up 7 minutes to go. Take them out. Like no one needs to get hurt. Baycott went on some kind of freak that could have been worse, especially with the Justin Moore situation, tearing his Achilles. You don't know these guys for the long haul. That's my only knock on the entire performance. Carolina exceeded expectations for me for the entire year. This team has gone so much further than I could have dreamed of in Hubert's first year. We're playing with house money. That's why I'm not nervous about Saturday at all. I'll get into that.
Okay.
All right, guys. Next matchup, we got Arkansas, number 4
Oh,
versus
whoa.
Oh,
Can
I'm sorry, Cool. Go
yeah,
ahead.
that's okay. That's okay. So I would agree with a lot of what Jahan said. I think that for me though, the one thing that I disagree with what Will said is I think we played ourselves into the AC because we got to remember your seeding is based on your entire season.
Oh,
UNC
true.
was a very disappointing team at the beginning of the year.
They were.
And then they started to come alive later on in the season. So I think we played ourselves into our seeding, but I think we faced the correct path to get to where we're at right now, right? And I
I
think,
can see that. Yep.
yeah, and I think with Hubert Davis, I've had the same concern that Jahan has, and I've had this through multiple games throughout the season, right? Wins and losses. I think he's going to need to do a better job of stealing some minutes so that these guys aren't playing the whole second half. That Baycott's not overdoing it, that Manick's not overdoing it. You have some guys on the bench that should be getting some minutes, and maybe not major minutes, 5-10 minutes, rotating some guys in to give some guys a breather, keep
Like
some
a
guys
Puff
fresh. Man, you
Johnson.
have to do these things. Yeah,
Like a
Puff Johnson should be getting some minutes. Dontre Styles should be getting some minutes. I can't even remember his name because he doesn't play anymore. My man with the fro that shoot the threes, he should be getting some minutes. Like there's guys that should get some minutes on this team. And Hubert has got to find a better way to deepen the season, because the problem that UNC will come into if it happens is, let's say RJ Davis and Caleb Love both are not shooting well from the perimeter. You don't go deep enough at guard for anyone else to be able to come in and say, okay, well, I'm on tonight. Let me go ahead and pick up some of the offensive slack. They're not getting the opportunities. So that's one thing that could come back to bite
I just don't understand
UNC
why your best
as they go
shooter from
deeper.
last year doesn't get any minutes. Your best shooter from last
I
year
don't
doesn't get any
understand that
minutes.
either.
Like,
I don't understand that either.
Like, I'm floored by that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
All right, guys. Moving
That
up
was-
to the last matchup of the Elite Eight, we had number 4 Arkansas versus number 2 Duke. Duke came out victorious, 78-69. Thoughts?
I really wanted Arkansas to win.
Yeah, same year, but Paulo Banchero had a hell of a game. That's all.
Yeah, there's times where you're the better team for that game at least. And Duke was the better team in my opinion for that game. And when you have that happen, you're going to win the game.
Yeah.
I think Texas Tech was a better chance for those who wanted Duke to lose early for Duke to lose.
Yeah.
So I think when they won that game, you kind of saw like, okay, they're gonna make it to the Final Four, unless something weird happens with Arkansas where everybody decides not to play for Duke or just have bad games. You kind of felt they were going to win this game, but Arkansas didn't lay down. They were outmatched. But they said, you know what? Hey, if we're gonna lose, let's go out here and ball and do our best. And if they beat us, they beat us.
Yep, 100%.
I feel that. Okay, so Final Four. We got Villanova, number 2 versus Kansas, number 1, Saturday at 6:09 Eastern.
I've actually changed my pick from yesterday. I thought about it long and hard. Kansas, oh my gosh, 2 great teams. You got Bill Self on one side coaching. You got Jay Wright. And Jay Wright, what a great coach. Has won 2 championships in the recent years. Has Colin Gillespie. But like Tyler said, they are missing more. And he is a vital piece to help them score. So I think it's going to be so much pressure on Colin Gillespie. Not saying he's going to struggle. It's just going to be so much pressure on him to make up for that scoring that they're going to miss. So I got Kansas winning this game.
Okay. You feel like it's going to be a close game?
I think it's going to be a close game, though. Yes. I had to think about it overnight, and then I'm like, yep, that's why. So, yes, I've changed my pick.
All right, Tyler?
I think it's close for the first half, like a typical Kansas game. Nova might even be within a point or 2. And then in the second half, I think Kansas takes over. I think Kansas wins this game by 8 points.
Okay. Jen?
Well, this is going to shock everybody. I actually do agree. I think Kansas is going to win. I disagree that it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a blowout. I do think the first half, like Tyler said, is going to be, pretty much even Steven. Kansas will come back out after halftime, and they're gonna go off like, McCormick and Agabaji. They're not gonna go. They're gonna go balls to the wall. I have a feeling some DMX will be playing in the locker room.
Oh yeah.
And I think that that's just how I see it. I mean, I listen to a little DMX when I need to get pumped. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I love some DMX.
I feel it. I feel it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I just feel like
Zach's gonna give it to you.
I really think it's gonna be a blowout. I can see it being a 20+ point win.
All right, cool. What are your thoughts on it?
So I'm going to pick a little bit different from everyone else. I'm actually going to roll with Villanova.
Blah.
I think a lot of times when you lose an important key player, you rally around that and you use that as motivation, right? It kind of gives you that opportunity to really be the underdog because you're like, oh, we don't have, this player. He's an important part of our team. So now everybody's going to feel like we can't win because we don't have this one player, right? We still got everybody else, but we don't have this one guy. While he is important, we are a team. So I think this is like something that's going to allow Villanova to really gel together, me against the world, nobody believes in us anymore. Let's go out and show them who we really are.
Okay,
so I think we're going to see Villanova.
Jay got Nova too.
Yeah. Post game, but I'm going to go Villanova.
I know James has got Villanova, Eric's got Villanova, so it's definitely been kind of split.
I had Nova last night, and then I had to reconsider. It's. I wouldn't be upset if Nova wins. It's a toss-up for me.
I feel you will. Like, I don't really care who wins because I don't like Kansas, UT forever. But I just feel like Kansas has the edge.
Well, I can't like Villanova because I just don't want to bring it up ever again.
Okay. I understand.
Okay, well,
completely understand.
We can talk later.
You and Ray Allen, I completely, can relate. Ray Allen. All right, guys. Next round. UNC versus Duke. 8 versus a 2. Who y'all taking? Will start us off.
Well, there's a lot of great players in this game. You got Paulo Banchero, AJ Griffin, Theo John, Brady Manick, Armando Bacot, Davis, Leaky Black, Caleb Love, those guys. But I think it's going to come down to the inside game, and I think Bacot's going to have another big game. Like, I think Banchero's listed as maybe a power forward. I think he's going to body people in the paint. I got Carolina by 4.
Okay. Tyler?
Wow.
Come on, Tyler. Come to the light blue side.
Come to the light blue side, young ones.
So I don't want
Tyler,
anyone...
Let me help you out, Tyler. Tar, go ahead and finish off for us.
So I definitely don't want to piss off any of my friends on here. But
oh no, you
just have to be true to yourself.
Not gonna be mad, bro. Not gonna be mad.
No.
Take him.
So I'm not gonna piss him off. I'll just be honest. I'm picking Kansas to win the whole thing out of all 4 teams. I'm just being honest. That's who I'm picking. I'm sticking to it. I'm picking Kansas to win it all. They're going to play North Carolina in the championship.
Let's go! Sorry. I'm just pumped.
Jen, you next.
Yeah, I picked them over Duke. Give me some love, guys. I picked them over Duke.
Big up.
Of course, I'm going to go with Chapel Hill. And the reason why is because multiple reasons. 17 out of the last 18 games we've won. We actually know how to play around the refs. We have a couple of years experiencing. No, because Jay, I still have love for Eric Wilson, even though he disappointed me last night. But
me too.
I still do
think that, like, and I started saying it at the beginning, like, because I started seeing how we were coming together as a team.
James should be disappointing all you guys too. James picked Duke too. Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Sorry, James. Sorry.
No, but hold on, Tyler. We've been knowing that James picked them.
Yeah.
James is what you call a habitual hater.
So
Yes.
whatever, he always gonna pick against UNC. He's a habitual hater, but that's okay because when we talk about it, when we get to the championship game, got something for him. That's why I picked Villanova. Got something for him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
They
Villanova.
I gotta say, I'm taking UNC not just because beat Duke, not just because of that, but because of that 10-0 run that y'all are on. I feel like you continue on with that steam, and just as many Duke fans that are out there that are like, "Oh, we're going to end on this storybook finish." I think there's just as many fans that are like, "No, we're going to upset this." So I'm going with the upset, UNC.
And can I say one more thing? Do you guys know where the name Tar Heels comes from?
Yes.
It's actually our state motto. I know Will knows this. Pretty sure Jahan and Cole know this. Sorry for pointing. But
Yeah, I know.
during
Pointing's
the war,
rude.
we were, I know it's rude, but luckily I don't think y'all saw me because I'm online and it was below my camera. But during the Civil War, our Revolutionary War, they wanted us to fight with them because we wouldn't move. That's where, and so they would joke around and say we had tar on our heels. That's where the name comes from. And people say that Hubert Davis is the most positive coach they played for. And they just got done playing for Roy Williams too. So they said every single game. So I mean, to me, you got good versus evil. I'm just saying, tossing that out there.
Good
but
versus evil. It's because they got devil in their name.
I know,
That's
right?
why.
They do. And we got tar on our heels because we ain't going nowhere, baby.
Okay, Jen. All right, cool.
You know who I'm picking?
We know.
I'm saying UNC by 10.
Ooh.
Oh, I said the same thing. I said UNC by double digits. I said the same thing.
I'm gonna say UNC by 10 or more.
Okay.
You know,
I said probably like 10
or
11.
more.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like they're gonna have one of those really good runs because we still got memories of that first game when Duke thoroughly whooped us at home. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they whooped us. Like we beat them in Duke. We spoiled Coach K thing, but we didn't whoop them. They whooped us. They made us look like boys, and they were the men in that game. So hopefully they gonna remember that when they step on the floor with them again.
True. But Duke is gonna be mad because we ruined Coach K's final home game.
They can be mad all they want to be.
Jahan, give us the final point on this one.
I love you, Cole.
And then the last that we're gonna do is watch a little bit of Jordan Poole's highlights. So
Oh dang! I wanted to bring up things on Jordan Poole.
You can talk Jordan Poole. The last we're gonna do is Jordan Poole. We're just gonna skip the NBA this week because same as last week, the tournament took over the show. Jahan, end us on this one.
I've been with this team for 30 years of my life. I've loved the University of North Carolina since I was adult. We've never played Duke in a tournament. This game, I thought this game was gonna give me heart palpitations, heartaches, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm surprisingly calm because what's for you is for you, and what's not is not. And I firmly believe that UNC wins Saturday. I firmly believe UNC cuts nets.
I do too.
I just it's something special about this team. We look shitty all year, like until the last month and a half of the season. They knocked off Baylor. Nobody expected it. They knocked off UCLA. Nobody expected it. This team has gotten to where they've got it's me versus the world attitude, and that has helped this team tremendously. Shout out to Hubert Davis because he wasn't the pick for most people. He wasn't the guy that was supposed to take over for a legend. The fact that he's got to the Final Four in his first year, hats off to him. I know I was hard on Hubert Davis because the Carolina way is Carolina way. Like we don't want to go into struggle mode. We don't want to be 16, 17, 18 year Final Four appearance, aka Indiana or UCLA. We don't want to be going decades without titles like Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky has the second most championships of all time, but half of them are pre-Vietnam. So we getting to where like we got accustomed to winning, and the fan base just wants that to continue. And there's nothing wrong with wanting that to continue because something is gonna happen. So with that being said, rah Carolina Lana, go to hell, Duke.
Okay, final score. Give us a final score real quick.
'93, 87.
Ooh.
Okay, high scoring game. Okay. Dig it.
Oh, yeah, it won't be a soft game.
No.
Okay.
It will not be a soft game at all.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna end our show talking about Player of the Week, Jordan Poole. We picked this because of one of our team members, Joseph Jenkins, picked him Player of the Week, and he's not here unfortunately. But last night, Jordan Poole tied his career high with 38 points. So I feel like we got to go out on the show not only talking about Jordan Poole but watching those highlights. So Will, start us off.
Yeah, Jordan Poole, last time since the show, last show he had 30 points against the Heat, 9 assists, 7 for 13 from 3. Then he played against the Hawks, 24 points, 10 assists. Against the Wizards, 26 points. Against the Grizzlies, 25 points, 3 for 6 from 3. Against the Phoenix last night, he had 38 points, 9 rebounds, 7 for 15 from 3. But in the last few years, he was a rookie in 2019. He averaged 8.8 points, 2.4 assists, 2.1 rebounds in 22 minutes. 2020-21, he had 12 points per game, 1.9 assists, 1.8 rebounds in 19.4 minutes. This year, he is averaging 17.1 points per game, 3.6 assists, 3.1 rebounds, and he's playing 29 minutes. So his numbers are rising.
Anybody else?
Yes, I did my homework.
Okay, Will.
That's not surprising.
Anybody else?
I like
Anybody
my
else on
homework.
Jordan Poole?
Yeah, not much to say after Will.
Yeah, you
Okay.
did well, Will. Good job.
All right,
Thank
guys,
you.
we're gonna watch some of his highlights from last night where he tied his career high at 38 points. See if I learned how to do this. Last time the video was not playing.
There we go.
There
Yep,
we go.
it's up.
Okay, awesome.
And he was a great player in college, too.
Where did Jordan Poole go to college?
Michigan?
UCLA.
I think Michigan.
I thought he went to
Michigan?
UCLA.
I don't even know where he went, to be honest. I don't remember him in college.
Michigan. I just looked it up on Wiki.
Michigan? Okay. Yeah. Will's on it.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
balled out
Good job,
last
Will.
night. I actually watched that game last night. That was a really fun game to watch. Phoenix is just so good, though.
Yeah.
That was Clarkson. That was UCLA.
Yeah, Clarkson
What?
went to UCLA.
Clarkson's UCLA.
Yeah, different draft classes. They do look alike, though.
No.
D-Book.
Slagging.
D-Book.
Do y'all think that the Suns can handle Golden State, or you think Golden State could come out on top?
Oh,
Golden State in 4.
yeah.
You're crazy.
Ooh.
Duh.
I
I
think
got
Golden State will
Give
come
the
out on
Suns
top.
one game.
4.
Wow.
Duh.
A all healthy Golden State. I would love to see a Western Conference Finals between these two, but if it was an all healthy Golden State with Clay, Steph, Jordan Poole,
Clay not even
Draymond,
100%.
Let me talk. I got Golden State. I got Golden State in 6 or 7. I still think Phoenix can win a title within the next few years.
Y'all don't think this Chris Paul year to finally get one?
It'd be nice.
Hmm.
Oh God, the Chris Paul
Oh,
haters.
God.
Well, see, the what's funny is if you don't love him, you gotta hate him. You can't just think he's an okay
Okay.
player. You gotta hate him, right? But that's because you're just mad because I don't feel the same way you do about him.
I think
But that's okay.
I think he's good. Dang, how long?
He's a
is
good
this
player, but
video?
he's just not great.
Agreed.
Kennedy.
Cool. It's okay to be off your medication.
Oh dang!
Jahan,
Fine.
it's okay to love everybody and think everybody's
We're
great
not
like you
gonna
do,
watch him.
but it's just not
It's
true.
okay to be off. You off your dang rocker if Chris Paul's not great.
No, I'm not off my dang rocker. When has he ever been the best point guard? Never. Name a year that he's ever been the best point guard. So how is he great? Stop it. Stop your mess.
Yeah.
Stop slobbing on Chris Paul. He's okay.
Oh
He's good.
no, we're
He's just
doing
not
that.
great.
That's what we're doing.
Oh
That's
no!
what we're
Has
doing.
Chris Paul ever won any awards?
To say Chris Paul is not great
His
is
awards, he hasn't won the
like, in the-
championship. That's the problem that Cool has. He has not won a championship.
He hasn't won.
has
He hasn't
won
really won.
No,
How
he
many
did win
greats didn't win a
Rookie of the Year.
championship? So
How many
Barkley's
MVPs
not
does
great?
Chris Paul
Barkley-
have? How many MVPs
None.
does Chris Paul have?
Barkley's
None.
not.
None.
Okay.
No, wait. All-Star MVP. The
So
NBA
No.
All-Star
How many
make you great?
league
MVP award, but
MVPs?
that's it.
How many league MVP awards? He doesn't
MVPs
have
make you great?
MVPs. He doesn't have championships.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so
He doesn't have scoring
he has
titles.
one MVP. Is
He doesn't.
not great?
He doesn't have defensive player of the years. Like what exactly makes him great? Because he's been playing a long time. He's got a lot
We're
of
not going to do it
stats
tonight.
for
We're
playing a
not
long
gonna do it
time.
tonight.
No.
No.
We're not
like
having
an
that.
hour and 20 minutes, y'all.
Yeah, we're not
gonna call
having
it
that.
a night.
No.
Thank y'all so much.
Nah,
for watching.
it's
We're not doing the Chris Paul
And the
debate
fact that
tonight.
he's made every team better that he's been on, that percentage is
Jahan, we're
better,
saving
but
this for
okay.
another day.
We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
But he's never made any of them.